Alright guys, welcome on board. It's Football Yarn episode 61, and on this episode we promise it to be keys, keeping it short and simple. It's the sixth floor for us in Football Yarn. I mean, I haven't done this 68th episode, and Lekon has come into an elderly stage. Same with Mr. AOI for Bled as well. And before we have the man that has already been the elderly stage, but still mentoring us in the SRE stage, Mr. Ola himself. Alright guys, welcome on board. It's Football Yarn episode 61. Lekon, I know you're feeling well. You don't need to tell me how you're feeling. I can see all over you.
Good.
I mean, Ola, so good to have you on board. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. It's good to be here again. We'll keep it going. We'll keep moving on. We'll keep it running.
Ayo.
Yeah.
Quickly, let me ask you, how did you spend your Valentine? I mean, because we had that some days back.
I was at work. I was at work on Saturday. Yes.
Career man. Lekon, you want
that question now? I was thrown to.
No, now you go tell me where I go throw my question.
Why you look me?
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're hearing me. Professor of Love here, man of management inspiration, doctorate in love, doctorate in professor Abawonimi, therapy, everything. Happy say we do Valentine on we celebrate Valentine on Saturday. Happy say my brother my Agbawo for here don't marry, and as I enter studio too, I see AY ring to say you too don't marry. So thank for life, thank God for life. Now me be next.
This guy. I only go understand you.
All right, quick, let's do something around. I'm going to ask Ola. I mean, let's talk about it's a Valentine special talks play part of it now. How did you start supporting your club? I mean, why you support your club? Let's pick it up from there.
That question, the person that made me to start supporting Arsenal Football Club. Sometimes I feel like is it love? The person actually does not like me because Arsenal and heartbreak.
Please put it on record.
It's 5 and 6. So, but I fell in love with Arsenal during the 2006 era when I'm not ashamed to say I've not started watching Arsenal when the last time we won the league, which is 2004 unbeaten season. I have not. So I actually started in 2005-2006 when Arsenal reached the final against Barcelona. I think that was even the first match that I watched. That heartbreak.
So you started with that break?
Yeah, I started with that break. So Valentine.
And you're still going strong in it?
I'm still going strong in it, but break fast or not, love still continues. So and since that time, Henry left, and I've seen some wonderful players that have left us now that have really, really given me heartbreaks. But we still continue, and I believe it's going to be worth it this season. We're going to get there. Amen. So the love, we have something to show. Amen. We will have days for the love.
Amen.
This season.
Amen. Amen. In Jesus' name.
Lekon, let me ask you something. Is football? I mean, you're a football lover, and you've been loyal to Man U even days you've had bad boosts. Yeah. And I'm not sure how loyal you have been to the other gender. Yeah. I mean, let's
what do you mean about the gender?
Let's focus on.
I mean, your Manchester United love.
Yes.
Was it love at first match or a gradual obsession? You started falling in love with United.
I'm not obsessed with anybody. I'm gradual obsessed. I love Man U with all my heart, with every fiber in me. This love of a team is spiritual. I've processed it on long run, and I can't do away without them. They're my angel. I carry my forehead. My uncle, now he make me the love Man U. But then I don't think I love them like the way I supposed to. When I went to Shakwa there, I think that was around 2017. I don't know. I stayed. Me and AY. He lived inside the same same room, and it was a minor.
Okay, AY is your uncle.
You know the story. I say.
I mean, let's move.
No, I say my uncle make me love Man United.
Okay. So we can call your pure family influence.
It's military though. Now they go sit down with the. But then it is obvious to everyone now.
You know hear what I talk. I say my uncle. But when I go to
that's what I'm saying.
When I go Shabade, I fell in love more. Because of a why?
Because of a why.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So everything, every action, every rubbish thing I do, like what Kosam.
All right. Anyway, quickly, let's talk about football loyalty now. So, I know Lekon is very loyal to you. I mean,
he's not loyal to me.
I'm loyal to you.
When did this Manchester United emotional connection start for you?
It started from it started with Sir Alex, actually. You know, the days of Sir Alex when we won a lot of trophies, and the game that made me, you know, fall in love with United was against Milan. I don't know if you guys remember. That was I think that was 2006 or thereabouts when we got knocked out by Milan. There was a year we got knocked out by Milan. Not 2007 of the days of Ricardo Kaká. I'm not talking about the previous one when we had a lot of injuries. Then, you know, some players were played out of position and eventually we lost to Milan. But since then, it has been all love. Then Sir Alex retired and everything went from, you know,
from love to
of course I'm still in love with the club, but everything went from good to bad. So, but it has not been bad is actually, but it has, let me say, average, because even after Sir Alex retired, we won more trophies than Arsenal. So yeah, obviously
That's a fact.
So that's a fact.
What kind of fact?
So yeah, it's a fact. We won more European trophies than Arsenal, won more trophies generally than Arsenal since Sir Alex retired. So let's leave that fact. Let make it a breathe for your heart like that.
All right. Still on this football love. Yeah. Let me come to Ola this time around. Ola, just one question: is football love irrational by nature? We've had cases where our women come to us like, how can a guy be loyal to a club? Yeah. Days of heartbreak. I mean, I'm very sure AY must have been supporting United for the past 8 years. I mean, or more than. Ola must have been support and loyal. You've not even changed club.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to break tables here, but look at changed babes.
Yeah.
I mean, let's start from Ola.
Yeah.
How do we do this football love? Is it just irrational by nature?
Yeah. It's irrational, 100%. Because every time I ask myself that, what exactly is football? Who bewitched men, especially? Who could think of 22 men running after one rolling
round leather
round,
and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people will be there, millions of people will be there watching. You know, it's irrational, and I think it has to do with adrenaline. It has to do with unpredictability, because you know, you just want to know if you watch 1,000 matches. If there's another match tomorrow, you want to know what's going to happen. You cannot really predict, you know. It's irrational, but nobody can explain it. Maybe we'll ask the person that invented that game, because there is no other sport. I've tried basketball, I've tried some other sport, but I don't think there's any other sport. Recently, they were saying the Super Bowl was watched by 1.3 something. The World Cup final was watched at 220 billion.
134.
You know?
134 million.
You can imagine million. So that love for football is irrational, and there is nothing anybody can do about it.
And me, I always say people change. People change. Even everything ends with that break. You know, if you are in a relationship, something will happen in that relationship. But the only thing that will remain the same is God and football. You know, and that is it for me. I love football. I love football so much, and I will continue to love it.
Yeah, for me, back then when United would lose another Fergie, I wouldn't eat. To eat was a problem. But yeah, I got used to it after Moyes was appointed.
I don't pass that.
They don't beat us when we say to chop now and go easy. Back then, to chop. Your man will go open. You got to reminisce. It's not even crazy.
Have you ever cried because of Manchester United?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Under Fergie.
Ola, have you cried because of us now?
See, I cried in that 2009 final. Like, it was so painful.
Against Barcelona.
Against Barcelona, it was so painful.
But
You know why?
it was kind of more
the
obvious.
2011. No, it wasn't obvious. The 2011, I knew that we would lose one kind because they were better than us. Barcelona team was the best team in the whole world. That team had, they had prime Messi, prime Iniesta. So the team was well stacked. But 2009, before that final, we were the best. We go into that final unbeaten. We're almost going to win back-to-back Champions League unbeaten.
I guess you guys defeated Arsenal in the semi-final.
Yes, no man away. Like we're the best team in the world at that time. We had Tevez, we had Ronaldo, there was Babatov, there's Rooney. Those guys were in their prime. So I cried losing to Barcelona. I'm like, how did we lose this game?
Ola, you want to share a very big heartbreak moment?
Yeah, in fact, it's very funny. It's actually very funny and unusual. My greatest heartbreak for Arsenal was when Van Persie left for match. I cried, to be sincere. That was it for me. Because I was so in love with Van Persie. That season, it was so sharp.
He was the highest goal scorer.
Yeah, with Alex Song.
It's almost with Alex Song.
They had a great
It's almost as if Arsenal is coming back. Yeah. And the next thing when I heard the rumor, I was like, not possible now. How will Arsene Wenger allow Van Persie to go to Man United? When I saw the news, I broke down in tears that Van Persie left. It was like, that is the end. Nothing again. So it was very, very heartbroken. From the second one is Obafemi Martins.
Birmingham.
Carabao. I thought this is the beginning. Arsenal will start winning. Birmingham, Obafemi Martins.
And it was on loan.
On loan.
It was on loan.
And there was this own goal. Koscielny and this guy. It was a disaster. So those two moments. Very, very hard.
Leko, you want to share yours?
No, I don't. It was no. I don't.
Because
now you are the support. Now you are my brother. Now you are my.
Well, there was a particular year, Aston Villa defeated Arsenal, and there was a close camera to Arsene Wenger, and his eyes was kind of teary. It was teary, and that tears got into me. And just talking about the extra miles of things. I remember days when because growing up then, you had to watch this match Vibe Viewing Center. Yeah. So I remember days, where we go to watch this match and we have all these, what do they call them? Vigilantes. Yeah. They have to. Who are those people? Everybody just speaks.
Is it back then? La Liga games.
Especially classicals.
They were around 11.
11.
Yeah. So you have to see 11. The game till like 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you'll still be thinking about the vigilantes you're going to meet on the road. So it was so crazy.
I remember that time. So crazy. I remember me go watch football. But when I go school.
Me said they sneak out that time. How many people did they allow that time?
I just sleep for ball place. I go watch out.
Yeah. After you watch the match. So how come guys can be so loyal to this game? I mean, I was sharing with AY some days back. I had a girlfriend, so to say. And anytime I tell her I'm watching the ball, she's like, so you leave me because of your match? Yeah. I mean, so
you have to choose me.
Leko, how do you make this under gender understand our passion, our love, our loyalty for this beautiful game?
As I said earlier, everything ends. Now everything are crying later. But football will not betray me. It will betray you. They betrayed me so many times. And football will not betray me. And I used to tell them that if you can love this thing I'm passionate about, then you can. Then that means you love me. But if you can't love what I'm passionate about, you keep saying
you keep saying that's rival.
But then
you can choose between us.
Now you be the only constant for the whole thing. Why we say think now you be the problem?
I don't be the problem. I don't be the problem because I'm self-aware.
Now you be the constant.
I'm self-aware.
Now them they do you, but now you be the constant.
I'm self-aware. I say everything.
So now you be the problem.
Everything end, but football not the end. They go. They go leave you.
And you go leave them too.
All right, guys, let's move on from matters of the heart to matters of national pride. Nigeria Football Federation is waiting on a huge decision today. FIFA and that petition, against DR Congo, we've been.
You know what, Toby? Don't even land. Number one, we win ourselves.
Alone.
But then, I'll be so happy to also dwell in the delusion that we'll be playing at the next World Cup, because I want us to play there. But then these people, they beat us. So why are we being I don't know. We are not being honest
We
with
are
ourselves.
bitter.
Now we are looking for loopholes. Even if we go there, I still feel like we obviously don't deserve to be there, because when the actual match was played, we lost to these guys. So why are we looking for loopholes? I'm not saying it's not a good thing, because I also want to see the Super Eagles in the United States playing at the World Cup. But then you have to look at ourselves, because the reason why we didn't qualify is because we were not good enough, not because those guys played Wan-Bissaka or whoever they played. We're not good enough. But away from all of that, I want us to play. I want to go.
Lekon, do you think we have any political influence on this?
No, we don't get political influence on it. The team say you don't feel overturn. Because it's really, really, really rare for even CAF to overturn those kind of results. The only reason that they can overturn it is if they see that, okay, maybe you use player that you don't register, and that I don't think that's the case here. So personally, I know, I'm telling people that don't even put your mind there.
Ola, what should we be looking at?
Yeah, I don't think anything is coming out of it for the because the trail is too cold. Let me use that. It's not really hot. If something is going to happen, it would have been, now, it would have been So as it is, it's too cold. So they will just tell us, for the loser.
Try again next.
Try again.
2020.
But at least we fought.
I don't say
There's nothing
lose
there.
with integrity. When it comes to lose with integrity, Arsenal too lose with integrity. Don't be complaining.
Do I think Nigeria shouldn't have bring it up? I think if they see it if they see any misappropriation, I think it's okay that Nigeria come up with it. But for me, I don't think there's anything there.
No, I don't.
All right, guys, let's leave football let's leave the national pride thing then. Okay, let's come to the touchline. I mean, because some clubs have already pressed the reset button with new managers. I mean, we have club. I was reading an article on New York Times and talking about how some clubs have changed manager like 3 times this season, and it's not only in EPL.
Yeah,
we have the same thing in the Championship. We have the same thing in the League One.
Yeah,
is this the new trend? Does this mean managers are not giving the respect they deserve? Is there like an haste to always get, to always get results? And now let's talk about the recruiting process of new managers as well.
What I think what the managers should understand nowadays is that there is a shift in power, right? The power has shifted from the managers to the players.
Yeah.
If those players want you to stay, you stay. If they want you to go, you will go. Because at the end of the day, you are not going to go on the pitch, put on your boots and play. You are going to use these players. So it now depends on how well these managers communicate with these players. Because at the end of the day, these players are very, very vital in whatever a manager is going to win. Look, take Alonso for example. I knew there was going to be a problem. Immediately he had issues with Vinicius. There are some players you don't have issues with, especially players that have power in the dressing room. Players like Vinicius, players like Mbappe and co. You don't want to have a go at them, because at the end of the day, these players they are friends. They are obviously the best players in the team, and whatever you want to do goes through these players. So if at all you want to communicate or you want to show your anger as manager, you have to be careful, because you don't want to be at the wrong side of these players, because when you do that, in the next day you are gone.
Yeah. Now, power no dey with the this thing again. Manager, I can say what I said earlier. Now, sporting director and the players power there now. Now is you just like I even the thing say why clubs they always give the managers 2 years contract, 3 years contract when you know that you sack there after 6 months.
So they give them 6 years, and after 3-4 months,
you go sack them. So me and the only store say, oh, give them 1 year, give them 6 months. I love the way this Tottenham also now they gave
Go to door.
They gave him 6 months. I like that one. So power has shifted now. and they don't have any say again. Because before, okay, manager, when it comes to coach, when they have says, they can say anything. But now it's not that's not the case again.
Sorry, and I think the only manager that still got his say now, I think that still have that power, is Pep. And Pep will not go into not Arteta. I don't think Arteta will go into a Real Madrid and command power, because you're going to a team that has players that have won it all. You have Vinicius that won the Champions League twice, and you have some couple of players that have won it all. But Pep will go into that club and command power because he has also won a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I feel the quality of coaches have really reduced. If we really want to be fair with ourselves, as much as I don't really enjoy how these club owners are really doing these things for the coaches, but you realize that the coaches, we are still trying to regurgitate the same caliber of coaches. Leave Chelsea, go to Tottenham, from Tottenham go back to Serie A, come back Conte, touching all this new Tottenham coach.
Yeah, he got
to have coached like 17 clubs in 11 countries. They're just moving around. So I think the quality of coaches, you are talking about Pep now. Coaches like Pep are really going to a state where the likes of Mourinho during the time that there is really hot, Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Ancelotti, those ones, the quality is really reducing. We are having anybody just coming out now to coach.
Even to chair too, you can say to chair.
Yeah. So the quality is reducing, and these owners too, and the players also, they could feel it. They have the power, so they know, the players already know that this one no really they did.
And social media also has a big role.
Yeah.
As a player, if you go into social media and you have like 20 million followers, and maybe you're probably on the bench in this game, and your fans are saying, "Oh, you're better than this guy." It gets into your head.
Your boyfriend can even your girlfriend can even say.
Why not let's flip this? Maybe the managers. Maybe we are not having the managers. I mean, maybe because of the system around them is broken.
Yeah.
Managers are expected to fix years of poor recruitment. I mean, that's most managers are hired to solve problems that they didn't even create. And we're having a place of long term versus short time. Look, once we bring you in, once you should just get.
Something is paramount with this new crop of managers. They are obsessed with their system. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. They die with it. They live with it. They die with it. And why the days of Arsene Wenger when those guys had to.
I'm sorry to cut you there. Whose fault is that? Why should club hire managers with completely different philosophies every year?
Yes. It's mixed.
I was reading something on the New York Times, and it was talking about the recruitment process. When Liverpool wanted to get Klopp, immediately Klopp announced he was going to leave. They started making investigations. They started checking data. Which manager is going to fit in to this club style? And after they did the whole interview, they did the whole checking. They said, okay, Anslot comes close. They brought him in, and we could saw the whole 1 year success. How about clubs just getting in managers with different? Former Manchester United manager complained about the same thing. He has a formation he's playing. You saw me playing this formation. This is my philosophy. And this won't fit into the club. Yet, you brought the guy to the club. Is it like club recruiting these managers to fail?
Well, what I'm going to say is, clubs will always give these managers platforms to flourish.
For how long?
Look, no. The thing is, when clubs bring in these managers, I'm not sure they are going to mandate you play this type of formations. I think they give these managers free hand to do whatever they want to do, because at the end of the day, these managers look like they are going to die on whatever they believe in. But I'm going to relate this with the days of Sir Alex and Arsene Wenger. Those managers adapted to the players. They knew how to manage each and every one of those players. I remember back then, the way Sir Alex managed Eric Cantona was different from the way he managed David Beckham. Was different from the way he managed Van Nistelrooy. It was quite different, because of course, as we do now, nobody all of us get the same character. right? So he knew how to manage each and every one of these players. But now these managers are egoistic. They're going to these clubs and be like, yes, I am the biggest man in the room. And these players are not having this because social media has played a huge role. I'm talking about players having over 20 million, 25 million followers on Instagram, on Twitter, and what have you. And you see, these players see the things their fans say, and they'll be like, "Oh, I feel I'm better than this guy." Like if like let's say they think this thing in my head, I'm like better than this guy, and I go into social media, log into my account, and I see my fans saying the same thing. Yes. What do you think will happen the next day?
I feel like the clubs are assessing the managers to fail because it's like a trap. You know, for example, now this new manager that Tottenham signed, I don't see him lasting 3 months. Got to put you. But let me say 3 months. I don't see him lasting 3 months because this man, Tottenham, are known for playing 4 at the back. This guy played 3 at the back. This guy always has issue with the board members, with the players because he demands so much from them, and you know, I don't see that as Toby was saying the other time. I don't see that correlation between them. So obviously, now before when I saw the name on this, I know that okay. This guy is going. You know,
I to buttress what Lekon said. It's looking more like most managers are appointed not to build the future. They are just about surviving the present. I mean, why the problem is club keep changing what they want before the plan even mature. I mean, they don't even give these managers enough time, enough benefit of doubt for this process to progress before get sacked.
I think it's a reflection of the society, and just like Ayo said, there is more scrutiny now. You know, during the days of Arsene Wenger, Ferguson, we don't really see much people. Everybody is a coach now. Everybody is a coach. All the former players, even the player that is 33-year-old that's not really playing so much with. You will see them. They are all coaches now. Everybody will talk. Rooney will go out there, talk about everybody, lambast after he has not achieved anything as a coach. So there is so much scrutiny now, and I think the coaches have not been given enough time to really, because I said it when we were discussing that there should be a legislation that how it's not proper. How will you use 4 coaches? You just give them TV, just like he said, give them give them 3 years. After 3 months, they are not doing it.
Give them time, give them structure to succeed.
But the truth is, I don't think any manager is going to sign 6 months with you. You know why? Because they're also looking at the part of, if I don't perform well and I get sacked, where's the back?
But you are still going now.
You are still going. By the end of the day,
I understand the money.
The compensation.
Yeah.
Because if you're sacking me, if I signed 6 years with you or 4 years and you sack me, you're going to pay me for those years of contract. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But if I'm signing 6 months with you, how much do you think I'm going to earn? So they're also trying to secure
another thing is looking like now the managers now at football easier scapegoats.
Yeah, definitely.
Sacking a manager now looks like the fastest way to show action.
But the truth is, you're not going to sack 2 players.
And you're not fixing the deeper problems. Yeah. You can't sack the squad. You can't sack the ownership. You can't rebuild infrastructure overnight.
Exactly.
But something.
So the manager becomes the sacrifice.
But something we have to be clear about too. He has worked countless times.
For how long? For Chelsea. For how long?
He has worked for Real Madrid. He has worked for Chelsea. He's working out for United. If it doesn't work again, sack the manager to still work.
What is work? But see,
I'm not an advocate of.
Maybe it has worked, but we are going to have a big question mark on for how long. But the reason why we had the Sir Alex Fergie achieved those great, even Guardiola at City, is because they trust the manager long enough to build system. Wait. Guardiola at City, a case study. Ateta is coming close to that edge. Klopp at Liverpool, we know how long it took
Yeah.
before he had that. So long-term planning will definitely produce long-term success. Klopp won everything at Liverpool.
Look at the clubs that has not worked for.
How many clubs? How many clubs in the EPL currently now? In the EPL currently now.
Let me ask you.
Pep Guardiola is the longest-serving manager.
Toby, let me ask you a question.
Can you mention any other manager in the EPL currently
let me ask you a
that
question.
has 3 years?
Pep has built that legacy. He has built it.
I know what we're saying. Ownership should allow. Ownership should allow. Ayo, what we're saying that ownership should allow managers. I mean, back then we had the Martin O'Neill, we had the David Moyes in everything up to 5 years.
You got on this one I want to make. One point I want to make. Then there was no invention of media. Or let me put it this way: invention of media is not as active as this. Yeah. And again, Mr. Watt said it the other time when he was talking. The level of managers are coming nowadays. Oh, they didn't say upstairs.
Irony, we are not giving them enough time.
But which enough time? Until they relegate your club.
Not getting upstairs.
You're in a relegation battle. Like for instance, for Nottingham Forest, they're in a relegation battle. They had Wolves, the weakest team in the Premier League right now.
Weakest.
And they needed to extend their lead because West Ham drew Manchester United. They had time to extend the lead. They did not. You're not going to sack 22 players for Christ's sake. He's the manager that's going. There's no way you want to spin this. The manager eventually becomes the scapegoat, and it does work several times.
The point I don't understand is it has worked. We need to clarify that. When we say worked, are we looking at the short-term gain or the long-term gain? Because when we are talking about it has worked now make this make sense. Wolf sacked Pereira because he lost like 10 matches on the bounce. That same Pereira is now signed by Nottingham Forest to get them out of relegation.
They achieved their aim with Pereira, which was survive relegation at that time, and they did.
He was sacked. Don't let us go.
He was sacked into the new season.
Yes, he was sacked. Why?
For that,
because
when was it appointed? He was appointed when they were fighting for survival. And they achieved their aim.
So we are talking about short-term gain.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
at the end of the day, also sacked.
At the end of the main.
So Ayo, does that justify Nottingham Forest for sacking 3 managers? So what is going to mean is that we're going to have more managers sacked.
What is the essence of football? Success, right?
No.
It doesn't matter. No.
Long-term success or short-term success?
No, it doesn't matter. It has to be success. It is success. Long-term or short-term. Success is success. It has. Look, how many managers have Chelsea appointed in the last 20 years? Have they not won more than Arsenal that stuck with Arsene Wenger? Tell me, Real Madrid, they've appointed how many managers in the last 20 years? They've won more Champions League than every single club. Has it not worked? It has worked. At the end of the day, it is success. It doesn't matter if it is short term or long term. Those people that stuck with long term, how many Champions League do they have? Some don't even have Champions League. Some have not been to the Champions League final.
Those are case studies. Those are case studies. A scam. They are scam. They are scam. Club. If City had not stayed with Pep,
they wouldn't have as much structure as they have now. That's what we are talking about. We're talking about dominance. Even this Arsene Wenger we're talking about. If Arsenal were on that verge of compulsingly looking for APL or for Champions League during that era, they would have crumbled.
I love how you maintained.
But if he still maintained that structure,
Toby, I love that City example.
And if you can even track back to what happened with Wenger then, some days we could call it that he was unlucky.
I love that City example. When Pep was at Barcelona, this third season, was it third or fourth season, when the season Chelsea knocked them out of Champions League and Real Madrid emerged champions. What happened? He had to walk away. Look, what Pep did last season when he came third, a club at Real Madrid, a club at Barcelona would have sacked him. Because the standard of City, Real Madrid, and Barca are different. A club like Bayern would have sacked him. Would they not? They would have. Why? Because of the standard.
What's the standard?
Yes. you can't compare the standard of Manchester City to the likes of Bayern Munich, to the likes of Barcelona.
So
to
someone
the
that
likes
have
of
won
Real Madrid.
three trophies in a row.
Because you know why?
So because you not win for
No,
one
they-
year.
guys, now, wait, guys. Lekon, I just have one question now.
I don't agree.
You're going to answer us with that. Now, are we guys saying that football have evolved beyond the era of all powerful managers? Do you still have any powerful managers
I don't think we have that.
Toby.
We start
in the EPL? Mention.
no, it doesn't have to. Football doesn't start and end the EPL.
Yeah, I know, because that's
We
where we
start
have
football.
Yeah,
We are discussing football generally.
Toby, football don't change.
There's Pep. There's Ancelotti. There is I said few, so I'm just going to mention a few. Okay, younger club is not active at the moment. I think
so.
by his little
So,
margin.
Ayo, which means in the young era of Lekon, please, we're still going to have that. So, which means in the young era of managers we're having, they are just head coach. They are not even leaders.
Why do you think?
Yes, because
why do you think?
the power has been halved.
But power is
you know
not
what?
halved with Pep. Power cannot be
You know
halved
what?
with
That is why I
Ancelotti.
said- that is why I said, look, a club like City are privileged to have Pep. A club like Real Madrid would not be privileged to have Pep. They've had managers bigger than that in the past. That's what I'm saying.
Do you think
A
what
club
happened
like
with Xabi
City-
Alonso would
a
have
club like
happened?
City, look,
What happened with Xabi Alonso?
Pep-
Do you think would have happened with Ancelotti?
Do you know? I want to share a little story. Do you know what happened with Pep and Rummenigge at Bayern Munich? There was a power clash at Bayern Munich. Pep had to leave because Bayern are a big club. They are a well-established club. They've won everything before Pep. Before Pep, City had not won the Champions League. So it's a privilege for City to have Pep.
That was not the only reason he
not the other way around.
He left, he
For
couldn't
Real
make the
Madrid, it's
Champions
not a
League.
privilege. Real Madrid were on the verge of sacking Zidane. Zidane that won back-to-back Champions League.
Yeah.
If he had not won that Champions League, he would have been sacked. How many managers have done that before? None. That's what I'm saying. If he did what he did at City last season, and Real Madrid would have been sacked. Real Madrid would never stick with a coach that came third. They would never do that. Even Ancelotti was sacked in his first stint. I think the second or
And
third
he came
season.
back.
He came back. He was appointed again. He was sacked. Was he not sacked? He was sacked. So that's what I'm saying. Clubs at Real Madrid would never be privileged to have a manager. It's the managers are always privileged to coach Real Madrid because of the culture and the stature of the club. Those are different examples.
Yes, so
City are privileged to have Pep.
That's why.
It's a different scenario.
That's why, as the host said, that some of the examples that you are given, they are scam.
They are not
That's
scam.
what-
You
because
You
those
said,
clubs- no,
you
because-
said
Guys,
as it worked.
be-
And
because
I give it to example.
Guys, I feel we Lekon, let's hear from you. Lekon, let's hear
How
from
are they
you.
different now? How
Those
are they
clubs
different?
are-
Lekon,
Man, talk with I want to talk. Since
Those
morning.
clubs has this
I don't keep quiet since
culture
morning.
of
For like
either you win
over 7 minutes, I don't keep
or
quiet.
not, and
Sorry.
those
Go
clubs
on.
actually stay with their coaches.
Go on.
Those clubs that you just mentioned,
Ola
they will
Lekon
not
will tell
they will not give you 6
I-
months.
The longest.
I don't
They
understand.
will not give you 6 months.
The longest serving
Today,
manager.
nobody
at
knew-
Real Madrid
nobody
in the last
knew the
20
day.
years. The longest serving manager at Real Madrid in the last 20 years was Ancelotti. How many seasons did he spend?
Man, talk with I want
How many
to.
seasons?
Man, talk with I beg.
Because they are always achieving success.
See,
Look at Mourinho now. Mourinho had to leave Real Madrid himself.
Don't worry, I have the floor.
everything don't change.
Okay.
Society don't change. Our norms don't change. Our traits don't change. People don't change. What don't change? Every
Only
day,
you never change.
every day. I know they play now. I talk something when they preach to me. Every day, new innovation, new challenges. So you can't compare the past with the present or the future. Everything, things that have gone. People now, the attention span of people have changed.
Yeah, definitely.
So now, you can say, okay, yeah, at that time, only Wabefun, you can be at Arsenal for 15 years before. That was then. No.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you so much.
but now,
Thank you so
you can't
much.
be there again.
Thank you
They will
so
not
much.
accept for him. I'm hearing rumors that if Ateta don't win anything this season, he was going.
You should go.
And what I'm saying is that people attention span of people have changed. See, like a club like Real Madrid now, if they are losing like 6 games, 7 games, and they don't do anything, people will go to Barca. People will go to Barca. That's what I'm saying.
Who's going to go to Barca? Fans.
Fans will go to Barca. That's what I'm saying.
That one, I like.
See, I'm telling you that attention. People like
Don't leave my-
people are like, I don't watch him.
I like that Ateta will talk. If Ateta was a coach of Real Madrid, he would have been sacked.
Definitely.
And in that, you're talking about
Definitely.
sticking with the same manager, right? In the last 6 years, what has Arsenal won?
Community Shield.
Just won the last season. Community Shield, right? Madrid have changed how many managers?
Nobody squad now.
Madrid have changed how many managers now?
The expectation of
How
Madrid
many?
is different from
Come on
Arsenal.
now. How many trophies have they won in that span?
Expectation of Real Madrid is different from the expectation of
okay,
Arsenal.
the expectation of Arsenal is to go 6 years without a trophy.
No,
What do you mean now?
if you are in Madrid, listen, even the fans of Madrid is the Real Madrid is the major. That place they worship football. So there's nothing. There's nothing
and
to tell the fans.
Okay, let's go
No,
down.
now you cannot compare Arsenal in London.
What is the standard of Arsenal? That's what I want to know.
See, even Arsenal fans, as we are, as Wenger spent how many years without winning anything?
That's what I'm saying.
So you cannot expect Ateta to come. Okay, when Emery came after Wenger, after a year, 1.5 years, and he's not doing it. Wasn't he sad?
Madrid is far. Okay, let me compare you to a club. You guys both share the same space in London, Chelsea. In the last 20 years, Chelsea they've won more than Arsenal.
But the budget.
Have they not? How many managers have they changed in that time?
Yes. Now this
has it worked or not?
This is
that's the.
it.
I cannot say worked for them.
I cannot say it has worked.
They have 2 Champions Leagues in that span. Arsenal have 0.
No, it depends on.
How has it not worked?
It depends on. That's what I'm saying. Are you talking long term?
It is success.
Or short
okay,
term?
the long term of Arsenal has it worked?
There's no long term again.
Let's
move away from this. We are still on this managerial issue.
Short term.
Unfortunately, we need to get out of the studio now because our time is fast spent. Probably next time we're going to talk about managers in the 2000s, talking about the likes of Fergie, Wenger, and talking about, of course, just like Ekon said, things have changed. We had Fergie control transfers, we had them control club culture, player discipline, long-term philosophy,
to the cafeteria.
To the cafeteria, what they eat, what they drink, even to under 18, under 21.
Everything.
But guys, it's just so we need to get out of the studio right now. Look on your parting shots. So good.
I don't talk anything today. Now why they talk? Why they fire? I say
this one way they talk. This one way they talk. All right, guys. Now football with the young. We know the what.
We know they lead.
What's of love?